Hey, what's up everybody? Today I just want to show you guys how I have my Oldtown Sportman 120 PDL rigged up. And so I use this to go offshore here in Santa Barbara. And yeah, I want to show you my setup because it's a bit unique. It's not your standard 120 PDL setup. As you can tell, there's no pedals there. So yeah, the story on this is actually pretty interesting because I originally got this kayak used without the PDL console and without the original seat. So yeah, let me start up from the front. In the front here, I have a camera mount. Really, I use an old iPhone, which is why it looks that way. But here in the front hatch, I have 2 batteries, 1 ampere time, 50 amp hour lithium battery, and this old, this is a jump starter, but I use it as my fish finder battery. And there I have my PWM, which allows me to control the speed on the trolling motor a lot better. So yeah, moving on. So this is the bar where the pedal drive would anchor itself. Instead I have a PVC, and mounted to that PVC is my Garmin Striker 4, just a simple fish finder. Moving on to the drive. So for the drive, I actually cut out an old cutting board and drilled a hole in it and mounted my motor through it. This is a 55-pound Newport motor. I have it wired through here, through the hole. And yeah, it's pretty simple. If you guys want to do a similar build, I'll link a video. There's no need to remake the same video that I watched, so I'll link that. And yeah, you guys can do the same thing. As far as the side pockets go, didn't do anything. You know, just have my tackle there on one side and then knife and pliers on the other. So here, along these sides here were rails for this original seat. So I removed those since I wasn't going to be using the original seat. Instead, I mounted these wire rod holders, and I use those for trolling. I prefer those over these stock rod holders because I'm able to see my rods, you know, bounce up and down as I'm trolling. And you can't really do that from if I were to put them in the back there. So yeah, I mounted those. One is directly into the drilled hole, and I drilled the second hole. So yeah, here I just have a cup holder. This is a little controller for my PWM to control the speed. So I'm able to go forward and control the speed here. It goes from 0 to 100, so it's very, very customizable. And here's reverse. All right, cool. So moving on to the seat. As you can tell, I actually have this seat mounted right over the hatch. I think originally the original seat sits somewhere in between here, between this front and the back here. So this would be where the front of the seat would be, and it would end somewhere along here. This would be the track for the original seat. When I was looking for seats, I found this one at Dick's. and just found that this was the best position to mount it, and it worked out for the best because of this. Look at this deck space, all this deck space that I have here. I want to say it's more than 40 inches, or about 40 inches of deck space in front of me, which is amazing. And actually that worked out better than I think, you know, out of the factory. So yeah, that's the seat. Back here, I added this bar across for the Outriggers, which I have here. Those go on to the side. Those go on like this and provide extra stability, which you don't really need with a Sportman. They're super stable. I can stand even without the Outriggers, so that's not really necessary. But you know, when you're going, I go offshore by myself often, so yeah, it just provides that extra level of confidence to go on my own. So all right, and then moving on to the bait well here. What I did here was got a battery and a dry box, and yeah, just standard 10 amp fuse in there. This powers the pump, switches here, and yeah, this bait well is actually plumbed through the scupper holes, which is kind of cool. I'm able to, so this is how I run it. I put this second pipe here. This one is the intake, so it brings in water and it slowly drains through here. I only turn it on every like 30 minutes, really. It's enough to keep the bait alive. Mounted to this is 2-3 rod holders. So yeah, I'm able to hold 6 rods on each, or 3 rods on each side. In the back, I added 2 additional rod holders, and it's just for my paddles in case I need to paddle my way in if the motor dies on me or whatever. But up until now, that hasn't happened. So yeah, I think I got everything. Oh yeah. Let me show you actually the pump that I was talking about. It is here, and so yeah, that pump there pumps water straight through the scupper and into the tank. So I think that just about sums up my kayak rig. If you guys have any questions, feel free to drop a comment. Yeah, this thing is a beast. I 100% recommend anybody looking to get a kayak to consider any of the Sportman line. They're super stable. I can just walk onto this no problem from the dock. Yeah. All right, to wrap up this video, I just want to show you a quick clip of me actually stepping into the kayak and riding around a little bit. So yeah, if you have any questions about the rig, feel free to leave a comment. Yeah, thanks for watching.